What's going on, man?
Hey, what's poppin', man? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great, especially now. Thanks for stopping by the show.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank you for having me, man. Hey, you know what? Before we get started,
Yeah.
I had to match your quality because
Okay.
I went back, right, and I watched some of your previous, I wouldn't say interviews, but you had
Yeah.
other reactors up and other people you had talked to. So I was like, man, I want to make sure I can match his quality. That's one of the things people talk about on Omegle.
Right.
Your quality is amazing. So I want to make sure, I'm on that level with you.
You look great, man. You sound great. Everything's coming in clean, bro.
Thank you.
This is more than your usual setup right here?
Nah, this is my usual setup, but normally when I do Zoom and I just do it from the MacBook, I don't care about.
Right.
But, this was a special occasion, so I was like, yeah.
Dude, you're here, man. You're here. We're honored to have you. For those watching who may not know, Laid Back. I mean, you have more than 2.3 million. Is that right? Subs on your YouTube channel.
2.29 to be exact.
2.2.
Not 2.3 yet. Yeah.
All right. Well, and you keep it real.
Yeah,
so,
I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing.
A lot of people would have let me round up for them. But that's incredible, man. And I think I saw more than 400 million views or something like that.
Yeah.
Crushing it on YouTube, man. It's a blessing to have you on here, man. How's everything going?
Everything's great, man. Life is good, man. Life is going to happen regardless, but it's all about how you bounce back and how you respond to it. So life is great.
Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. How'd you get started doing YouTube and doing reactions and things like that?
Well, man, that's a good question. How I started was I was trying to figure out how do I get a buzz for my music.
Right.
And so for me, I watched other YouTubers and I just had an idea like, man, you should just put out a video one day. So I don't know if you familiar with this show called Everyday Struggle. We used to have DJ Academics on and Joe Button.
Of course. Yeah.
So I used to watch that every day religiously, came on at midday, 12 o'clock. Right. And so one day they had Russ on there, the artist Russ, and Russ was off that day. Yeah. And so I was like, man, let me just do a voiceover video and just see what happens. Because I had the idea about doing something on YouTube. I just didn't know what to do. Sure. And so when the episode went off, I took some screenshots from it. The video's still up on my channel. It probably got, we'll get to that. But so I did the video and it was just me talking over some pictures and just talking about what happened on the episode. And I had 90 subscribers at the time. And so when I dropped the video, it did I think 20,000 views or something like that. And I was like, yo, what is this?
Damn.
So I knew somebody that was doing YouTube already that was successful in it. And I called him and I was like, yo, man, I don't know what this is, what happened. And he was like, hold on, let me check it out. Let me look.
Yeah.
And so from there, I started posting more videos, but I seen I was like, let me get in front of the camera and see what that do. Because I kind of took that from DJ Academics of just talking behind stuff. Sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when the first video I did was a reaction to, I think, Lil Uzi Vert and Nicki Minaj or something like that. And I got more engagement. And so I started researching people that did reactions like DJ Ghost, DDG, these type of guys. Yeah. And so I seen how DDG had his first show in Atlanta ever. And it was sold out.
Wow.
As an artist, to have your first show ever, that never happens, right?
That's ridiculous.
And so when I seen that, I was like, okay, it's something there that I need to tap into. Yeah. And so I just studied those people, man, and just studied them. And I just made it my own thing and brought my unique, authentic self to the camera. So that's kind of what happened.
Dude, I love that, man. I love that. It's very organic, right? It just starts from you checking how other people are moving and building a buzz. You get success with a video and start building from there, man. I love it. I love it. Tell me about self-love and positivity, man.
I mean, that's what I stand for.
Right.
How I even stumbled across self-love, bro, I'm gonna be completely honest. It started back in 2016. I had a podcast. I used to do anything. I used to try anything. I had podcasts. I used to be a radio co-host. I used to try stuff to just get attention for my music. You know what I mean? So whatever it was, I would pay to perform. And when I was staying in Atlanta, I would travel all over to pay to perform just to get eyeballs on me. I didn't care what it was. I would just grind it.
Hell yeah.
And so I was on Snapchat in 2015, 2016, and I remember something just dropped in my spirit to just post self-love, and I would post it every day. It didn't matter what happened or what was going on through the day, and I would just post it, and I didn't know where it was coming from. It was just just type it and just put it out into the universe. And so once I started doing that, people start looking forward to seeing those posts.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it was anything special about it.
Right.
And so that right there changed my whole entire life, bro. Like self-love and positivity, me changing and becoming the person that I am today. That's everything that I stand for. I feel like that's the key to a lot of things. It's a key to a lot of people being free from a lot of things that they struggle with. It's to find love in yourself first. I feel like you can't pour out if you don't have it within. So for me, like, you know, self-love is also not a beautiful thing at times, you know, because you got to go down to the dungeon and really figure out what's going on and deal with your emotions and deal with those type of things. So it's not necessarily a fun process, but the benefits from it are outstanding. It's tremendous. So for me, self-love and positivity, man, if people don't carry that around me, they can't be around me. And that's for anybody, family members or anything. So for me, that's something that's a staple of my life. And these mottos and mantras that I come up with, like what I got on my shirt, be true, be you, that was last year. This year is focus on you in 2022. Then it was health is wealth. And then it was appreciate time, appreciate life. All these mantras that I come up with every year is stuff that people can live by, and not just live by through the year, but take it with you throughout your life and implement these things. And these things will change your life for the better. So for me, that's what it's all about for me, man. Self-love and positivity, not just being a reactor, or not just being a musician, but being somebody that inspires people to change for the better and actually seeing people change. It's a difference when you actually inspire people to actual action. You can inspire people, you know what I'm saying? And people can be inspired, but when they leave, nothing is, you know, no action comes from it. But when you actually inspire somebody to where they change, I feel like that's a tremendous feat.
Without a doubt, man. Yo, huge respect to you, man, for talking about that and for introducing these mantras that are so critical and so important. And I think what you're saying right now about actually taking action, it's so crucial, you know, and like you say, these things they're not easy to implement, right? They might be simple in concept, like, okay, love yourself. That sounds good. You know, obviously I should try to do that. But like you say, it's not easy to do that, especially I feel like in this world we're in, sometimes as a creator, right? When you're putting yourself out there so often, you know, and we hold ourselves, I feel like, you know, I know personally I hold myself to such a high standard, right? And I have for as long as I've been making music, always holding myself to this high standard. And, you know, music and art can be so competitive. And for me, man, it has, like you say, it's been a newer thing in my world as well to really start opening up and understanding what self-love is about. And like you say, it's not easy. It's not all rainbows and unicorns to say, oh, I love myself now, you know, because there's all these layers there's like calluses that you got to peel back, right? And layers of kind of like scar tissue and things, habits that you formed over the years and ways that we're used to talking to ourselves. I always say this is like, why do we say things to ourselves that we would never say to anybody else?
Example,
right?
Example.
Like sometimes I'll be looking at, like, I'll say to myself, for example, let's say I do something that I consider embarrassing. I make a mistake or something. God damn, man, that was so stupid, Harry. Why'd you do that? You know? And then I think about what it would take for me to say that to somebody else in my life, right? Like to turn to somebody and say, that was so fucking stupid, man. Why'd you do that? You know, I would be at such a crazy level to be saying that to somebody else. But
can I be honest?
I'll say to myself casually, yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, no, I actually say it to the person.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why, because if I say it to myself, I'll say it to you. Right. Meaning because when I talk about some of these mantras and things that I've done to become a better person, I know what I had to say to myself to bring myself out. So if it was like, yo, you lazy as fuck right now, what the fuck you doing? Right. Some people need to hear it like that. But of course, you got to do that with discretion, right? You can't just be out here just willy-nilly. But so I'm saying that to say everything in its proper place. And sometimes that's needed at times. Some people, you know, a lot of times in this culture, we sugarcoat a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is sugarcoated. You don't really say how it is because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is sometimes you just need to give it to them raw. And sometimes, you know, that's the best remedy. So for me, that's my best remedy for me is just being completely honest with myself. How am I feeling about myself right now? Do I feel like I made a stupid decision and call it out, right? Yo, this was a stupid decision, LayedBak. Right. Now go back and analyze it and see why I was stupid. So the next time you don't have to make that decision. So it's all a process, but at the same time too, I get what you're saying, but I do feel like sometimes that's necessary. Yeah, no, I think you're right, man. I think it is a balance because accountability is key too, right? Absolutely. We don't want to lie to ourselves. We do have to face that truth if we want to grow. Absolutely. I feel that, man. So hearing your story,
You talked about, kind of trying anything to get a buzz going, doing the podcast thing, doing the, personality thing, doing YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. And it sounds like music was always kind of the nucleus. Like that was what you were trying to push and draw people's attention to. Is that still the case for you now? Is music still at the heart of what you do?
Music is always number one to me. No matter like where I get the influence from, as far as like, you got the subscribers from doing reactions, right?
Right.
Yeah. But so no matter what people know me for or like me for, it's always going to be music for me. Like I can stop doing YouTube tomorrow. It wouldn't bother me, but I would never stop making music ever.
Sure.
So music is always number one for me. And not just because I love making it, but for what it has been to me in my life. Yeah. Like being in some of my darkest moments, some of the only things that I can turn to is music.
Yeah.
So, when you build those connections, even like when you see like celebrities or super athletes, and you see that they got this super focused tunnel vision, a lot of that time it came from necessity of them being broken, and that was the outlet for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they chose basketball instead of doing something else. So they super focused on basketball and got super tunnel vision and super addicted to it because it was the only outlet that they had to be some type of release for them. Right. So for me and music got a way deeper connection than, just being a YouTube personality, I would say.
Right. Yeah. I tell people a lot. People in my past would say like, oh, you're so, career oriented. And I would have to say, like, you know what? It's not about the career. Music is not a career to me. I mean, yeah, it is. Like, I do music professionally, sure. But if I had to work some other job to make money, I would still be a musician. As soon as that job ended, I would go home and make music until I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. You know what I mean? And that's who I am, no matter what. It's my identity. So when it's like, oh, you're career oriented, it's like, nah, not really. I mean, it's nice to have a career. It's nice to be able to support yourself doing what you love, right? I don't take that for granted. But at the end of the day, if I never got another penny doing music, I would still identify above anything else as a musician.
And you can talk about how many years you did it without getting a penny from it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So obviously you love it, you know what I mean? Because you wasn't making no money from it before. You know what I'm saying? How many years did you put in? Because you talk about hours and hours of practicing freestyling, right? How many years was that didn't account to no money? It was just out of pure love and passion of wanting to become better at the craft.
Exactly. You wouldn't keep doing, if it was about money, you wouldn't keep doing it for that long. Like anybody who breaks through, we see the tip of the iceberg, right? And 90% of the work is under the surface. Like, why would you go through all that pain and rejection and not being good at it and still doing it anyway? Why would you go through all of that for so many years? If it was about the money, you wouldn't. It's deeper than that, right?
Absolutely. I got a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
What are your life goals?
Ooh. Man, you know what? It's a crazy question for me because for so long, my main focus was just getting to a point where I could do music full time. Like was like, I was trying to get there. It was like, and that was so far away, like we just said, for so long that it was like, I had tunnel vision on that. It was like, man, if I could just get to this place where my life is centered around this thing that I love, that would be everything. And so while I've been doing that now for the past several years, but it still feels new, and it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's like that thing where you get there and then you look around like, oh shit, well now what? But you know what I realized, man, is because I started on the violin, I played the drums, I play keys and I make beats and stuff, and I rap. And so I've shifted through kind of like different mediums of expressing myself through music. And in the last few years, I've had to actually sit and ask myself like, well, what's it all about really? Like it's not about being the best rapper in the world, because that's subjective anyway. And somebody else is 9 years old watching my freestyle videos and they're going to just be monstrous by the time they're my age. I can't even comprehend it. Right. So that can't be it, So what is it about really? And I've realized for me, it's about human connection. Like that's really what I'm about, and that's why in all of my freestyle videos, for the most part, it's me interacting with other people. It's this whole thing of like, I'm able to connect with people through this medium where they're giving me pieces of their life. You know, they're giving me words that are meaningful to them, and that's filtering through me. And we're able to actually kind of like bond in the moment, like have this sort of like, it sounds like some weird stuff, but like an energy bond, like in that moment, it's real, you know, where we're connected through this music. And when we get to go on tour and do these shows and to be able to connect with people at scale like that, I think that to me is really what it's about, is listening to people. You know what I mean? Hearing people, connecting with people, and sort of opening these avenues for people to be able to be heard and to speak their truth and to be a part of art. You know, that's kind of what I'm about, man, is the human connection. So that was, to answer your question, I think my goal is to do that at scale, you know, to open this avenue to as many people as possible, and to kind of represent that, to represent positive human connection.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that. Yeah. I wanted to, because I was talking to Khan earlier, and I was just like, man, I just want to have a conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we know he can rap, you know what I'm saying? We know I react to him. So we do that all the time. Yeah. So I was like, man, I just want people to actually see like a different side of me. Cause I don't never talk, bro. Like I just do reactions, and I, you know, stay out the way. I drop my music here and there. Like I'm really to myself. Yeah. But I just wanted to have a conversation, man. Like, congratulations on the tour. Are you coming to Florida?
Yeah, we're coming to Florida, bro.
What part?
We're doing 4 shows in Florida. Where? Tampa, Orlando. I gotta pull up the. Where are you at?
I'm in Miami.
We're going to Miami.
Bro, I'm gonna have to come out there then.
Let me pull up. We got a link. Yeah, let me pull up.
We got a link though. When you come out there.
Oh, without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt, we have to, man. Let me see.
I gotta see Con too. Con, are you coming to the show, bro?
Yeah, he's gonna
unmute your mic.
Yeah,
he's coming out there. Okay. All right, I gotta come.
March
come holler
3rd,
at you
bro.
too, man.
March 3rd,
March
Miami,
3rd
at the Improv.
Oh shit, I might be able to make it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can make it, but definitely.
Man, that'd be an
March
honor, 3rd.
Bro. No problem, man. Yeah, so that's all I had, man. I ain't have nothing. I wanted to see what your life goals was, things like that. I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit, you know.
Appreciate it, man.
Human connection.
Dude, you know I'm about it, bro. And it really is an honor to have somebody, you know, of your stature in this thing up here doing this, man, and representing. We're blessed to have you on here. What do you want to plug, man? Do you have any music coming anytime soon, or anything dropping?
I just want to plug, man. Love yourself, man. Let me plug that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on yourself. If you're dealing with any mental health issues, if you're dealing with any type of depression or anxiety, talk to people. There's somebody out there that care about you. Even if you think somebody don't, that's just your perception at the time. But it's somebody out there that wants you to make it. If not, I'm one of them. Mack is one of them. You know what I mean? So I want to plug that. I want to plug people just being okay with getting better. Yeah. And actually dealing with their situations and their problems, and being gentle with themselves, and being careful with yourself, and allowing yourself to make mistakes and to fall and to get back up. Just understand that it's a process. Mack didn't get here overnight. I didn't get here overnight. Right. It was a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of setbacks that we went through, but we stayed persistent. We stayed consistent. We kept good people around us. And more than anything, we made sure that our mentality and everything stayed on the go. Facts. So that is number one. And number two, man, you know, I'm probably gonna drop some music probably next month. I've been working on this song since last month. I thought I was gonna drop it this month, but you know, things don't happen like that sometimes. Sometimes you get into a creative funk and you're like, oh, I thought it was gonna come out, and I got like 2 bars left, and I can't. I'm stuck on. Yeah. I get caught up in like how I start the verse and how I finish it. Both of those are the most important
moments. Those are the most important moments.
Those are very important. So I'm stuck on like the last probably 4 bars on this song. I think it's gonna be a super dope song, super high energy.
Hell yeah.
But other than that, man, keep doing your thing, bro. Congratulations on all your success. I see a lot of people reacting to your stuff.
Thank you,
bro. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope that you reach out to the reaction community and you show them love. I think that's super important. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of these artists don't do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these labels is against us.
Right.
So shout out to you for that. I think that's super dope, man, that you reach back out and you definitely. So when Khan hit me up and he told me what was going on, I was like, I don't necessarily talk. I don't normally do stuff like this, but I was like, man, Mack seemed like a genuine dude. So I was like, definitely, man, I'll come through and show up for him.
Man, we appreciate it so much, bro. Thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone and coming on here and doing this, man. It means a lot to us. And I'm appreciative, bro. I'm appreciative of you and the entire reactor community because I see it, man. I see how much that spreads the word. And you know, reactors are out there putting me on to communities who probably never would have messed with Harry Mack on their own, you know?
I know it's getting your numbers through the roof. Like, let's keep it 100. I know it's taking your shit out. Where you at now on the subscriber list? Like, what you at?
I think 1.6 or something like that. Yeah,
I think probably when I first started reacting, he was probably at 1.2 or something. 1.
Easily.
So I'm seeing your shit grow, and I'm like, yeah, I see what's going on. You putting out dope stuff. You know what I'm saying? You put in a lot of work, so it's paying you back.
Thank you, bro.
So I think it's super dope, man. So congratulations on the tour. Like I said, if I can make it to the show,
hell yeah,
I would love to come out and chop it up with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Let us know, man. And if not that time, some other time, without a doubt, man. Let's definitely stay in touch. Laid Back, everybody. If you're watching right now, make sure you support this man. He's doing huge things on YouTube and with his music. Let's be in touch, bro. Appreciate you so much.
Hey, man. Appreciate you too, man. Self-love and positivity. Fire Squad was popping.
Let's go. Thank you so much for watching the video, but I have a question for you. Have you copped your tickets for my tour yet? I'm taking my Energy Exchange live experience across the whole US. It's gonna be absolutely insane, fully improvised sets. No two shows are the same, and I need y'all there. I need your energy. For more information and to cop tickets, you know what to do. Hit that link, y'all.